Pele was a famous Brazilian footballer who is one of the most celebrated football players in history and has regularly been named as the finest player ever. He is among the most successful and well-liked sports celebrities of the 20th century. After making his debut at the 1958 World Cup, he earned the moniker O Rei, the King. Background: Edson Arantes do Nascimento, born in the town of Três Corações, Brazil, on October 23, 1940, known by the nickname Pele. It was made up by classmates, making fun of his incorrect pronunciation of Brazilian player Biel. These are just a few of the honors that Brazilian player Pele received from fans, including the King, Black Pearl, and the greatest footballer of all time. Throughout the course of his 20-year career, Pele's father's name was João Ramos do Nascimento, and his mother's name was Dona Celeste Arantes. His father was a soccer player who played football for Brazil, known by the nickname Don Dinho, and his mother was an actor. He was the first child of his parents. Early life: childhood. Struck by poverty, he worked as a servant in tea houses to make additional cash. He was taught how to play by his father. He couldn't buy a genuine football. He typically played with a grapefruit or a sock that had been filled with newspaper and knotted with a cloth. Mid-teenage, he was a member of the Radium indoor football squad while he was in his mid-teens. When Pele started playing indoor football in Bauru, it had just recently gained popularity. He participated in the region's indoor football match. The first championship were won by Pele and his team. The Brazilian president declared Pele a national treasure in 1956. When he was 15, Pele started playing for the Santos Football Club. Santos. His coach took him to Santos, where he was included in the professional Santos SC. In June 1956, Pele signed a contract and played his first professional game in September. Beginning in 1957, he became a regular in the team, and soon the top scorer of the league. For his remarkable performance, he took place in the national team Brazil. In 1958, Pele won 3 World Cup championships: 1958, 1966, and 1970. He was just 17 at that time and went on to win the 1962 and 1970 tournaments. He scored more than 1,000 goals throughout career. After the 1958 Cup made Pele football first millionaire. Pele played in an exhibition match in Lagos in 1969. Pele played with many talented players during his time at Santos, including Zito, Pepe, and Coutinho, who frequently teamed up with him in 1-2 plays, attacks, and goals. Lionel Messi of Barcelona overtook Pele's 643 goals for Santos as the player with the most goals ever scored for a single club in December 2020. New York Cosmos. After 1974, Pele stopped playing for Brazilian clubs, but he occasionally participated in genuine competitive matches for Santos. Pele resigned from football in 1974, but the celebrities of New York agreed him to quit his retirement, so he rejoined in 1977. At the Civic Stadium in Portland, Oregon, on August 28, 1977, Pele finished his playing career as a professional by supporting the New York Cosmos on October 1, 1977. 1959 South American Championship. Pele also participated in the South American Championship. He was awarded the best player of the 1959 competition and led the scoring with 8 goals, including a hat-trick against Brazil and 2 goals against Santiago. 1962 World Cup. Pele was regarded as the best player in the world at the commencement of the 1962 World Cup. The first goal of the 1962 World Cup in Chile's opening game against Mexico was assisted by Pele, who also scored the second goal to make it 2-0 after outrunning 4 defenders. He is hurt the following game when trying a long shot against Czechoslovakia. 1966 World Cup, when Pele was the most well-known football player in the world, raising expectations for the team. Brazil had players like Garrincha, Gilmore, and Jalma, and in Santos other stars like Jairzinho, Tosto, and Garson during the 1966 World Cup in England. Brazil played only 3 matches before being eliminated in the first round. Pele was hurt, among other things, by the violent points scored on him by the Brazilian and Bulgarian defenders during the World Cup. 1970 World Cup. Early in 1969, Pele received a request to join the national squad. He initially declined, but later accepted and participated in 6 World Cup qualification games, scoring 6 goals. It was anticipated that Pele would retire after the 1970 World Cup in Mexico. Playing style. He played a number of attacking roles in his early career. His diverse set of abilities allowed him to play in a more withdrawn role, as an inside forward or second striker, or out wide, even though he typically operated inside the penalty area as a main striker or center forward. Later in his career, he began to play a deeper playmaking role behind the forwards, frequently taking on the role of an attacking midfielder. Wife and children. Pele, a Brazilian football player, has been married 3 times and has fathered a number of kids. He claims that his girlfriends and husbands were always aware of his propensity for infidelity. Pele had at least 7 children in total, 3 marriages, and multiple extramarital romances. Rosemary Doe's Reese Cholby and Pele got married. They have 1 son and 2 daughters. In 1982, the couple was divorced. Pele wed gospel singer and psychologist Asiria Lemos Seixas in April 1994, and on September 28, 1996, the couple welcomed twins Joshua and Celeste into the world. In 2008, the couple got divorced. Pele revealed his plan to wed Marcia Oki, a 41-year-old Japanese-Brazilian medical equipment importer from Penapolis, São Paulo, at the age of 73. Health. Brazilian media outlets revealed that Pele had his right kidney removed in 1977. Pele had a successful hip procedure in November 2012. At the 2018 World Cup draw in Moscow in December 2017, Pele made an appearance in a wheelchair and was photographed alongside Argentine football legend Diego Maradona and President Vladimir Putin. He passed out from weariness a month later and was transported to the hospital. In 2019, Pele had surgery to remove kidney stones following a stay in the hospital for a urinary tract infection. Pele underwent surgery to remove a tumor from the right side of his intestines in September 2021. ESPN Brazil reported in November 2022 that Pele had been admitted to the hospital with general edema, cardiac problems, and worries that his chemotherapy treatment was not having the desired impact. His daughter Kelly said there was no emergency. Death. At the age of 82, Pele passed away on December 29, 2022, from multiple organ failure, a side effect of colon cancer. If you are first, you are first. If you are second, you are nothing. This is all about this outstanding footballer of 20th century Brazil. Click on the end screen above to watch more. Don't forget to subscribe to us. Like and share this video. Thanks for watching.